Alright, so let's go ahead and plan a flight. Let's do from KAJO. Let's see. Let's get that period of there. KAJO to Santa Barbara. Alright, this IFR. So we have departure and destination up there. Let's see if we want to, or if we're going to need an alternate, if we're required to have an alternate at least. And we know that by taking a look at the weather up there. Actually, we see Santa Barbara closed by NOTAM for certain operations. Take a look at that. Santa Barbara closed to all aircraft except emergency helicopter. Okay, so let's try a different airport. Looks like Santa Barbara is not an option. Let's try up the coast. Maybe go to Vandenberg area. Let's say Lompoc. So we'll adjust that. Just remove it and do KLPC. Is that Lompoc? Yep. Alright. So a new departure or a new destination. So we're going to see if we need to have an alternate. Latest METAR is looking like marginal VFR, 5 statute mile visibility, light rain mist, few clouds at 1500, broken at 3000. Okay, so ceiling visibility wise, we don't need an alternate, but we'll include one anyways when we get to that point around the time we would file. So let's start from there. So we have our departure and destination. There's precipitation in the area, or along the route of flight we can see. So we'll take a look at icing levels, things of that nature as we get to it. And then routing, we'll take a look. So we'll use ForeFlight's assistance to pull up if there's any. We have tech routes in this area, tower and route control routes. Not seeing any listed here. We do have a lot of ATC cleared history. These are for jet flights though. Try it anyways. We're along airways. So Victor 186. This looks familiar. At least some of these waypoints look familiar for that route. So we'll select that. Update plan altitude. Let's ignore that for now. We'll determine what altitude we want to take in a second here. So we have 8,000 picked or selected so far. We know, I'll take a look at departure procedures from Corona. So we'll pull that up, take a look at procedures, departure. We have Corona listed there for 2.5. You can verify that 2.5 is going to be the runway in use by taking a look at the winds. So winds are not reported right now, just auto, so nothing too severe likely. Let's see what Ontario is reporting. Winds out of the northeast. But not too bad. Chino showing calm winds. Let's take another look at Ontario, verify that. No, not the northeast. Excuse me, roughly out of the south. So given the terrain in the area, likely calm winds, so we'll take off at 2.5 or runway 2.5 for Corona. So 2.5 Corona. Takeoff minimums ODP. So 602 feet or 600 feet 2 statute miles, or standard with a minimum climb of 280 feet per nautical mile. So at 90 knots approximately climb out, it's going to put us at 420 feet per nautical mile to 1,200 feet, so we should be good in a 172. So we can do standard minimums, but they recommend 602. We have the weather of 10 centimeter amount of visibility, overcast at 1,000. So we should be good for the ODP. Again, that procedure is saying for 2.5 climbing right turn. So all aircraft climb direct to Paradise Vortex. Then after departing Paradise, these radials, so 091 clockwise to 140, and 231 clockwise to 280, so that's going to be us departing westbound. Climb on course, all of those continue climbing Paradise Vortex holding pattern, so that's not going to be us. So we're going to go direct, climbing a right turn direct to Paradise. So let's add that in there. Add the Paradise Vortex there. And then we'll be going out on Victor 186 at 4,000. So if we're going to 8,000, let's keep an eye on that. Continuing Tiffany, that was that point. Yeah, Beiji. So we probably don't need this. We don't need this as an identifier. Simplify things a little bit. So let's remove that from the route. Tiffany, you're removed from the route. So we're just going to be on Victor 186. Okay. So we're following that along. It's 5,500 MEA on Victor 186. Continuing. Continuing past the Van Nuys VOR. Continuing at 6,000 now, MEA, so 8,000 we're still okay. We get to Fillmore. We're departing on Victor 386 at 8,000. Okay, so 8,000 we're now good, or we're still good for altitude selection. See if that holds up. That's 8,000 there as well. And then we get to the San Marcos VOR here. So let's see. Fillmore, Victor 386, RZS. RZS, okay. And then from RZS, Victor 12. So we're going to take out of Victor 12. I need to turn off the radar so I can see. 6,400 to Gaviota, GBO, okay. Victor 12, and then a Foxy, and then direct to Lompoc. So let's see. I mean, 8,000 should work for that whole period. So we'll be good there. We'll add in a time departure of 10 o'clock today, 10 p.m. A Foxy K Lompoc, and then so we have altitude checked, our ODP selected. We're adhering to the ODP, and then see if there's any approach procedure. Take a look at how if that changes anything. We have the RNAV into Lompoc, and the VOR DME. Let's take a look at the weather in Lompoc. See what kind of minimums we might be needing. So marginal. So no winds, 6 attribute amount of visibility, light rain, mist, a few clouds at 1,500, broken at 2,800, overcast at 4,000. Okay, so we should be good with our, take a look at the minimums for an RNAV. They'll be going down to LNAV 1,000 or circling minimums 1,000, so we're good with our ceilings at the airport now. So we'll include that, or we'll set up for the RNAV. Into Lompoc, and then we'll just use probably that Gaviota initial approach fix. Probably get vectored but KAJO makes a lot of sense as an initial approach fix for this situation. And then we'll use these minimums. We'll take a look at the plate. Looks like if one of our barometers is out, then we'll use a different altimeter reading. We'll add that to the route. Hide that. Anything else you want to take a look at yet? No. Take a look at we'll brief the approach here in a sec. So, got that overlaid on the plate. Let's take a look at 27 Foxy. It looks like we can remove, just to clear up our routing when we talk to clearance. Victor 27, so KAJO to Victor 27, or KAJO to enter the approach. So we don't need that either. Okay, so we got that removed. And then take a look at that plate. Now, make sure we're good on that. Let's see. Let me pull up the airport information. Guess we can hide the plate for now. Bring it up a little bit more clearly. Alright, so we have RNAV runway 25 into Lompoc. Plate is current, see that there. Final approach course 256, runway landing 4482 feet, touchdown zone elevation 88 feet, airport elevation 88 feet. Okay, it's an RNP approach. Our required navigation performance, it's going to be GPS. Non-standard takeoff minimums and non-standard alternate minimums. So when local altimeter setting not received, use the Santa Monica Pub Cap G Allen Hancock Field altimeter setting. Increase all MDA to 60 feet. Increase the LNAV and circling category visibility by a quarter statute mile. And then procedure is not authorized that night. Well, it's good we noticed that. So let's remove that from our procedure. Then we'll take a look at the VOR. Make sure the VOR procedure is authorized at night, or else we can't. Nope, not authorized at night either. So we would have to do a VOR approach there, which could do, but considering it's nighttime and there's weather in the area, so you can see just by taking a look at some of the radar in the area. There's a weather system moving across kind of south to north. Probably not a good idea to rely on a VFR approach. So we'll call that and plan the trip another night then. All right. Thank you.